Hey. Okay, it's a little bit later than I normally come to y'all. We are just crawling out of the pool. Probably going to be back in as soon as this is over. It's like 90 something degrees here. So as you're hopping on, we are in South Carolina. Drop down what state you're in and what the weather is like, because never in my life did I think the middle of September that it would be 90 something degrees and we would be swimming. This is so weird to us. But I wanted to come because this is something that most people just simply don't do because they don't know about it, or they do it and they do it wrong. So instead of growing their social media by doing this, they're actually turning away followers, and they either are not following them at all or they're definitely not buying from them. So this is something that I'm going to teach you not only to gain followers, but to turn them into long-term customers. So if you're watching this on YouTube or you're watching the replay and you don't know me, my name is Tanya Johnson. I am the founder of the Boss Mom Co. Basically, where all my socials will be listed below. But basically, my goal is to help moms build their businesses, grow their social medias organically, because I've seen the power that that can do for a brand. Build a brand that you're proud of, because how often as network marketers are we asked, oh, what do you do for work? And we're like, I sell Mary Kay, I sell Tupperware. Build a brand that is you, that you are proud of. And when people ask you what you do, you'll come back with a force and a passion because you're excited to tell people what you do for work. And then obviously, at the end of the day, the goal is to build your paycheck, because we are all in this to make money. Yes, we like helping people, but at the end of the day, helping people in love and all the warm fuzzies don't pay our bills. So I know we're all here for the same common goal, and that is to build a paycheck. So per normal, if you find any value at all with this, if you can think of anyone that this would help, share it out, share it to your teams, comment shared below so we can make sure you get into the drawing for September. We do a cash drawing every single month, so if you share any of the content from the Boss Mom Co., we put you into that cash drawing. Now, first thing I want to say with this training is, while yes, I'm going to teach you how to get followers, it's not about getting followers. It's about building connections. I have seen people with tens of thousands of followers that I personally know that make next to no money from those followers. But I have seen people like myself who barely has, now I have 14,000, but there was a time I had a few hundred and I was making money. And then 1,000, 2,000. I still am a very tiny creator when you compare me to a lot of the bigger creators on Instagram and Facebook. Yet I make a decent amount of money completely from social media. So that is something I'm very passionate about telling people. It's not just about your followers, it's about the relationship that you cultivate with them. And that is what we're going to be talking on today. So I want you to drop in the comments, because I'm going to do some real life examples here. So drop in the comments and let me know what you do. What is your industry? Hey Reagan, what industry are you in? What do you sell? So I can give you some real life examples of this in action and you can really see what it's all about. Now, here's the thing that I'm teaching. Reaching out to your followers. This is also known as cold messaging. However, do not turn me off. This is not, I guarantee it's not what you've been taught as a cold message. Do me a favor, drop me an emoji in the comment section. When you hear the word cold message, what emoji instantly comes to your head? There's probably a few of them. For me, it's the little puke emoji. That's what instantly comes to my head when I think of a reach out or a cold message. Because chances are, and as network marketers, we're taught this all the time. We're taught all the spammy tactics. I was taught to send dozens and dozens and hundreds of cold messages to build my business, and in reality, I sabotaged my social media presence, unfortunately. So I'm going to teach you how to do cold messaging the correct way. You're not selling anything. You're not asking them to help you reach a goal. That's not a thing. People are not on social media to help you reach your goals. They're on social media for one of two things we talked about in our last video. If you did not watch the video on how to close more sales, go check it out. I'll link it below. People are on here for two things. They want education or they want to be entertained. That's it. So if you're not doing one of those, you're not a value-based page. You're simply selling stuff, which is fine, but just know your road is going to be much harder than those of us who are bringing value in one of those spaces. Now, remember, if you are not adding value without people buying anything from you, then you're not adding value. So if you're sending a message, and this is a message I was taught to send, hey, do you know anyone who's looking for longer hair? I have a 30% off or 40% off code today. So am I adding value? Yes. If someone wants to buy my product, I'm absolutely adding value. Now, for the about 10% of those people would actually say yes and buy, eventually, not on the spot. So am I adding value to the other 90%? Nope. Just trying to sell them something. Usually that turns them off. They're usually not going to follow you. So here's how to do a cold message the most effectively. And to get the most bang for your buck, you're adding value, plus these people will turn into buyers for you. So first, I'm going to show you two different avenues. The people that you're messaging that you already follow. I hear somebody. And the people that you're messaging that you don't follow, if they don't follow you yet, or they're not friends with you yet. So we're going to go down the non-friend route first. This is how you're going to use this method to get more followers. So someone is going to like and comment on one of your posts. You're going to look and see that they don't follow you or they're not friends with you. Or maybe, now I'm talking on Instagram if they don't follow you. If you're on Facebook, maybe they're friends with you, but you've never had a conversation. This would also apply. Because they might be your friend on Facebook, but they don't actively watch your posts. Something just happened to pop in their feed. So you're going to send them a message and you're simply going to thank them for engaging on your post. And then you're going to ask them a question. So for me, if someone on Facebook likes one of my posts, then I'm literally going to message. First, I'm going to look at their page, see if I can, because obviously the question I ask is either, are you a homeschooler or how long have you been homeschooling? And I'm going to get in a minute how you figure out what question to ask. So I'm going to look at their page, because if I can tell they're a homeschooler, I'm not going to say, hey, thanks so much for the love on my post. Are you a homeschooler too? Because red flag, red flag, red flag, she didn't even look at my page. She's just trying to get some engagement up. But if I say, hey, thanks so much for the love on my post, how long have you been homeschooling? Then it creates a conversation. So first you're going to message them. You're just going to create that. You're going to thank them, and then you're going to ask a question. Second thing you're going to do, once they respond back and say, oh, I sure am, or I've been homeschooling for 4 years, how about you? Or again, whatever your question is going to be, which we're going to get into in a minute, then you're going to add value. So there's a couple different ways to do this. Ideally, you're going to have a freebie funnel set up. So the way that I do this, to add value, I literally, so let's say, oh, I'm a homeschooler, I've been homeschooling for 4 years, how about you? Oh, same. I've been homeschooling for 4 years as well. I absolutely love it. Hey, I just wanted to send this over for you. I have a lot of freebies. I have a freebie, how do I word it? It's a script. I have a few homeschool freebies that I'd love to send out to you. Here's the link if you want to check them out. And here's what you want to do. You want to ask them if there's anything that they want to see from you, content-wise. So, thank them and ask a question, send value, ask for their inputs. Now, I do 2 and 3 together. So I send the link, and I tell them, everything on this page is free. If there's anything you'd like to see, let me know. Or is there anything else you would like to see from my page? You can really ask either one. Either way, you're getting their input. So 1, you're getting content ideas. And 2, you're telling them that you care about what your audience thinks about your page. Now, that is how to get more followers. Or if you're on Facebook, how to get the people actually tuned into your page. Now here is how you're doing the exact same thing, but you're just doing it with people who already follow you. So once or twice a week, I will go in and all the people that follow me on Instagram, I'll send a message and say, hey, thanks so much for following my page. Are you a homeschooler also? Or how long have you been homeschooling? So same thing. Thanks so much. Ask a question. As soon as they respond, oh, that's so awesome. Hey, just wanted to send you out some freebies. I have this, this, and this. Let me know if there's anything specific you'd like to see. And I will link everything down so you can kind of see what my freebie page looks like. Now, it could be you don't have a freebie page, but you have one freebie. So let's say that you are in the health and wellness industry and your whole page is nothing but you're showing a bunch of recipes because you have branded yourself as like the healthy mom chef. So as soon as someone follows you, you're going to say, hey, thanks so much for the follow. And again, glance at their page first. Do you like to cook also? Or thanks so much for the follow. What drew you to my page? Thanks so much for the follow. Are you also a mom chef? You can play around with the words, find one that you like. They're going to say yes, have a little dialogue back and forth. And then you're going to say, oh, awesome, I have a mini cookbook I'd actually love to send you totally for free. Here's the link. Let me know if you'd like to see anything specific. Or here's the link. Are there any recipes specifically that you're interested in? Or here's the link. What kind of recipes do you like most so I can make sure that I put more of those on my page? You're asking. You're never pitching them. You're literally just creating that conversation with them. You're adding value and you're getting their input on your content. This is going to make them more invested in your page. Now, again, it opens dialogue. It builds instant trust because you're showing them that you care about your audience. It lets them know that you're an authority on whatever it is that your page is branded as, and it leads them to buying from you. Because remember, if you have done that freebie funnel correctly, they're going to get that cookbook, and as soon as they download it, one, you have their email. Two, as soon as they download it, it's going to redirect them to an offer to buy something. So you're never having to pitch them, but your system is pitching them automatically just by you adding value. That's it. Now, here's another option for you if you don't have a freebie page or you don't have any kind of a freebie funnel set up. You can still do this. It's going to look a little bit different. So you're going to make one really good post on whatever platform you're messaging from. Actually, you can post it on both. So I'm going to do a whole different, let's do hair care. So let's say your whole page is nothing but hair care tips and tricks for moms. And I say mom because I'm a mom. And this whole page is talking about the boss moms, right? So most of us are moms. Doesn't mean everyone is, but most of us are. So maybe your whole page is tips and tricks for healthy hair, for moms over the age of 50. Let's put it a little bit more in a niche. So you're going to say, hey, thanks so much for following my page. You wouldn't want to say, are you over the age of 50? I would probably say, what drew you to my page? Or if you can see their hair in their own stuff, you can say, thanks so much for following my page. You have gorgeous hair. I love ... whatever you like about their hair. Obviously, I don't know that much about hair, so you're branding yourself as a hair person. What's a typical morning routine look like for you? Or what are your go-to hair products? Think of one question and that kind of be your go-to for everybody. They're going to come back, have a little dialogue, and then, oh, that's awesome. Hey, I actually have a free hair guide that I'd love to send out. Except it's not going to be a PDF or anything, so there's not really a way to capture an email at this point. There could be. So I have a free hair guide I'd love to send out. Here's the link if you'd like to download it. And you could just send a straight link for them to put their email in and get this hair guide. Or, again, that would be a freebie funnel. Let me back up, because I just said this would be if you did not have a freebie funnel. So all you're going to do is you're going to have a really good social media post on 3 steps for healthy hair, or 3 steps for a healthy hair routine every morning. Or, again, you play around with it. You're going to have a Facebook post or an Instagram post or both. So what you're going to do is, hey, I'd love to send you this free guide, and all it's going to be is a link to that Instagram post or a link to that Facebook post. So you're not capturing emails with this, but you're still adding value. You're still giving them something of value. Just because it's not on a PDF and it's because it is in a social media post instead doesn't mean it's any less valuable. So you're adding value, and then you're going to end with a question saying something to the effect of, let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see. Is there anything specific with hair that you'd like to know more about? Is there any specific hair routines that you're interested in? Again, whatever it is. So you're still thanking them, adding value, asking a question. And thinking and asking a question, adding value, asking a question / input, that kind of stuff. So the reason that this gets sales is, like I said, it builds trust and it builds instant credibility that you are knowledgeable in whatever field you're talking about. Now, If you're doing this specifically to get sales, you're going to get disappointed because this is a long game thing. This usually does not get sales right away. Although Sunday, I had sent my, I followed the little 3-step progression to a brand new follower on Friday night. And Sunday, while we're in church, ding, 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 got an email, $118 worth of sales. And the sales that I sell, because they're completely my own product, meant $118 profit from a 1-hour session that I sat out here by the pool and sent that progression to every new person that followed me for the last 4 days. So they absolutely can get you instant sales, but if you're doing it just to get sales, you're going to get annoyed with it, you're going to get bored with the work. You really need to be doing it to build your community and build your following. If you're going in with that mindset, any sales are a bonus. Where if you're going in with the mindset of, oh, I'm going to get sales, then if you don't get sales, you're disappointed, even if you got leads and you got emails and you got new followers, because in your mind, you were only doing it for sales. Now, if your offer has value, they'll buy it. It's as simple as that. So first thing, you need to make sure that you are on brand. If you are not on brand, this is not going to work for you, because what's going to happen, oh, thanks so much, are you a homeschooler too? No. Why would you ask me that? Because they don't even know I'm a homeschooler. I'm not on brand. Hey, thanks so much, how long have you been homeschooling? Why are you asking me that? Like, all you do is post random pictures of your cat. All you do is post random positive quotes. How am I supposed to know you're a homeschooler? Block, unfollow. So it just throws up red flags if you're asking a question that has nothing to do with your page. It also doesn't keep them coming back, because maybe your question doesn't throw them off, you have a killer freaking freebie, and we're going to go back to the hair care stuff. Your brand is hair. You're sending a hair freebie. And then they go to your page and there's nothing at all about hair on it except you trying to sell your shampoo. Guess what? Automatic red flags. Oh, she only talked to me because she's trying to sell me something? No, I'm not following this page. There's no value at all whatsoever here except if I buy her shampoo. So you have to be clear on your brand. And if you're not, guys, just check out the branding bootcamp. The link is in my bio. I'll link it somewhere here if you're watching it on Facebook or YouTube. That's absolutely the best way to get a clear vision of what your brand is. And then if you don't have a freebie funnel, again, I just showed you how to do it with a social media post. So don't freak out. Step 1 is getting a brand. So first step is getting a brand. If you don't have a brand or a freebie funnel, that's okay. Just focus on getting your brand solidified. Now, if you're like, I have a really good brand, I will do the social media post thing, but I really want to learn how to do a freebie funnel, check out the creator course. I walk you through how to build a landing page, how to create a freebie, how to stick it in the automated funnel, and how to get the link out. Sorry, guys. That's what happens when you talk a lot and you don't stay hydrated. So the creator course is definitely the one for you. So having said all of that, guys, I hope that this was, you found value in it. I hope that you got some tips and tricks. If you found value out of this, go ahead and drop in the comments what was one thing you're going to take from this and start implementing. And I will see y'all on my next training.